What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Crankbabiz at XGG, where today I'm going to be bringing you another video on Riders Republic. And just like the title suggests, this is an absolute game changer in Riders Republic. Now, I don't know if everybody knows about this, and I'm just late to the party. I'm not really sure. And this is why I'm not going to give any credit to anybody, because I've actually never heard anybody say or suggest doing this. Now, of course, I'm talking about remapping your buttons in game. Now, I know this is going to be a little bit controversial to some people because what you have to do and what you lose in this game, some people are going to just straight up not like. And I guess in this video, what I'm going to be explaining is why I did. Well, let's start with what I did, why I did it, and then the benefits of doing it. And then I'll, of course, show you guys how to do it. So let's just get straight into this. Now, I think my second ever video on Riders Republic, I think it was called something like my favorite event so far, or something like that. And, of course, I'm talking about the Shack Daddy event down here. And this is, of course, the rocket bike. Now, that still stands true for me today. I still think this is a very unique race, and I actually really love it. It's still one of my favorite ones. But in that video, you'll see I'm crashing what seemingly is for no reason whatsoever, and I couldn't work it out. I honestly couldn't work it out until halfway through the race. I caught it in the corner of my eye. Just as I was landing, I was doing a can-can, or a no-foot can-can. And basically, the reason why I was doing that, I'm going to paint a picture here. We've all done this. Everybody who's ever played this game so far has all done this. Now, let's say you're doing a jump and you jump just off to the right, and the next checkpoint that we have to go through is just off to the left. So what do we start doing in the air? You're probably already still holding accelerate, and you're going to start pressing the left stick to the left. And we all do it as much as you shouldn't. And here's a pro tip. Don't ever do that. Just land, and then as soon as you land, then adjust. Don't do it in the air. That's even worse. You're already getting impact and slowdown from the impact, and now you're doing a trick which is going to cause you even more slowdown. So for a race, don't do that. So anyway, but we've all done this. And what I kept doing, especially on the rocket bike, it's very unforgiving. If you pull a trick split second before you land, you will crash. It's as simple as that. It just happens. The mountain bikes, not so much. You can definitely ride away by pulling a trick. I mean, I've done it loads of times. I've been in a full Superman and still landed. But it's still not good, especially if you're in a race. Now, I'm going to give you another scenario as well of why this is great to change your buttons. We've all been here too. Let's say you're doing a downhill mountain bike race. Let's say you're in a mass race and you're just about to hit a really tight turn. You come into that turn, what you should be doing, let's say we're turning right, you should be braking and pressing to the right, but that lip just before somebody knocks you into that, now you go airborne and you are going to crash. It's as simple as that. And this is what led me to changing my buttons. Finally, after playing this with default settings from day one, I was honestly, I never changed my buttons up until about 5 days ago, where I had had enough. I was in a mass race. I was first place. And just as I'm saying this, mass race comes up. But yeah, I was in a mass race. I was first place, which is not something that happens very often for me. And I came to a turn that I know very well, and just as I hit that turn, I hit that little lip, and because of it, I crashed. And needless to say, I did not end up first. A lot of people went straight past me, and I didn't end up first. But I came straight out of that race and thought, you know what, I've got to change this. So I basically went straight into the buttons, and I changed my buttons. Now, the easiest thing to do to change this, in fact, I'm just going to tell you exactly what I did. I basically put trick is now on bumpers. So I have right trick on right bumper, left trick on left bumper. Now this did cause a problem because backtrack is also on the right bumper, I believe. I've almost forgot now. It's only been a week. But yeah, okay, backtrack is definitely right bumper. So I had to put this somewhere else. Now I guess this is the controversial bit of the video. You're going to have to lose something. It's as simple as that. You have to lose something. So I thought, for me, what's kind of best for me? What's the thing I use the least? Now, for me, it was very easy. Tools. I don't take pictures in the game, and I have had the music disabled since the first time I loaded this game. I've actually never heard the radio on this game. I hear a lot of people talk about it in the playlist, but I've still yet to hear even one song in this game, and it's just what I do in every game. I've been doing that since I was like 10 years old. I load up a game, First thing I do, music comes off. Straight at the options and off. So now I've got my tricks set to the bumpers. And backtrack for me is left on the D-pad. Now, I guess you could get rid of your emotes, but you know what? I kind of like doing my emotes. I don't know. People have walked up to me in this game and they'll do an emote in front of me and I want to do something back. You know, that's kind of something I didn't really want to get rid of. Now, if these are two things you definitely cannot get rid of, I'm not really sure what to say. I guess you could press in the analogs, but for me, I press in my analogs all the time. So I would never have that as backtrack because I kind of feel like I would never move if that was backtrack. So if this is something you can't get past, then sorry, this button configuration is not for you, and I don't know what to say. You should probably just switch off now. But I would urge you not to. What I would say is as soon as you're done watching this video, and of course liking and subscribing to it if you haven't done so already, finish the video, load up your game, and go in. And I'm going to go into right now showing you exactly what I did. Now this is easy. Press the start button. We come down here to options, and then we're going to go to controller. Now, controller mapping is the very first thing. Let's just click into this. Now, the ride tools, you can see my tools has been disabled. I've already explained why. So it's now on backtrack. So to do this, all you do is press A on the backtrack, and it'll say unassign. Yes, I'll unassign it just for the sake of the video. Now I have nothing on the left D-pad, but I want backtrack on left D-pad. So yes, we're ready to do that, and we put that on. But also, where are we? So tricks, we need to just move over with the right bumper to tricks. And then we're going to do the same thing, assigning left set to left bumper, right set to right bumper. And that's it. Don't touch anything else. That is absolutely it. Come back out of it. Now, this does not mean you can never listen to the radio again. It doesn't mean you can never take pictures again. I mean, as quick as I just did that, if we go back into options, and I go into controller, I go into mapping, I can literally just put tools on within 5 seconds and I'm back in. I can listen to the radio, I can take a picture. I actually use pictures quite a lot for my thumbnails, which you can check out this thumbnail. I've already had to go back and, you know, reactivate my camera just so I can make my my thumbnails, you know? It's something I'm not ever going to not use again, but I just kind of felt it was something I don't use often enough for it to warrant really having it set to anything. Okay, so that was kind of long-winded. Now I'm going to tell you the benefits of this. Well, the benefits are quite simple. Now you don't have two functions on one button. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I found myself, especially in the snowboarding and skiing, well, even the biking as well, when I was doing tricks, I was constantly using the left trick. And if I did use a right trick, I'm going to try and show you guys because, now I don't have to. And it was mainly on snowboard. What would happen is I was always doing a double grab. Literally every time because my finger was constantly on accelerate. So I was constantly doing these double grabs. And it's not good. That's not what you want to do. And what I found out straight away is that there's a trick in this game called a roast beef. I didn't know that. I had played this game for a month and never knew. And if you guys don't know, that is basically, well, for me, it's right bumper now, or right trick, and, of course, left on the left analog. I never even knew there was a trick called roast beef, and I still don't know why there's a trick called roast beef. Maybe if somebody out there knows why that is. I really don't know a lot about snowboarding terminology, or skiing for that matter. So if anybody knows why that's called a roast beef, if there's a story behind that, there has to be, right? Like, it's called a roast beef. There has to be a story behind that. So yeah, anyway, roast beef. And I never knew that there was anything called a roast beef in this game. And that was nuts. And now that I have everything bound, it's just so much easier to just grab tricks. And I think the biggest benefit is just how much more intuitive this game became. And I know I'm not really showing anything off great here, but the game now is so intuitive to how I want to play it. It's kind of like right bumper is my right hand, left bumper is my left hand. If I'm on a bike, it's left foot and right foot, you know? It just makes the game so much more fun to play, especially if you're doing tricks. It's just A lot more fun, a lot more intuitive. I want to know what you guys think about this, though. Is this something you've already done? Is everybody doing this and I just didn't know about it? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys do this and you have found this to be better. Now, I will tell you something quickly. Let's stop. If you're like me and you have played this game on default settings since day one, this is going to take some time to get used to. It's not going to just be the first time you get on, it's all going to be great. No, because your muscle memory is going to have you still trying to do stuff with your triggers. But give it a go, give it a chance, give it at least an hour. Go do bangers and crash, and just do bangers and crash over and over, at least leveling it out once if you're at level 50. So I think that's 7 times. Just keep doing it over and over. Do a snowboard place with tricks that you really like. Trust me, you will never look back. And of course, the best thing is now, if you do get popped up in the air on a turn, which I can't really do here, but if you did, it doesn't matter now because you're not going to be doing a trick. You're not going to crash needlessly in races because you're pulling a trick when you really didn't want to be pulling a trick, you know? So yeah, for me, that's an absolute game changer. That's why I did it. I'm hoping I've covered everything. Of course, if you have any questions, you can leave me anything you want in the comments section. I will definitely get back to each and every one of you. I will have a lot of time over the next week or so. So yeah, I can definitely get in touch with everyone. And yeah, I hope you guys try this, and I hope you guys let me know what you think about this. Anyway, I'm Crankbabiz from XGG, and I'll catch you guys next time.